you don't get told no. Like, you're going to get the yeses. You're going to get more yeses than nos, and just being able to know that. So I'm excited for that. I know that's going to come soon.
Imagine this. Angel Reese, holding a microphone, speaking with confidence on her podcast. She boldly declares that she is building a super team in Chicago. Her excitement is clear. She believes top players will join her, but now, fast forward to today. The Chicago Sky locker room is quiet, too quiet. So far, not a single top free agent has chosen to join the team. As the best players in the league sign contracts with other teams, one thing is obvious. Chicago isn't attracting big names like Reese expected. But why is that?
WNBA free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camilla are very interesting pieces. And when you're talking about, getting the right players in here, there is intrigue when you have young core pieces like that, because you could be part of developing them and developing towards a title contending season. But the reality is the Sky are still very far from that. And so this year, the focus really has to be on getting players in who are going to bridge that gap between this season and next.
Could it be the drama in the front office that's making players stay away? Maybe the team's management isn't as stable as it should be, and that's making free agents think twice. Or is it the facilities? Some say the Sky's practice gym isn't exactly top tier. It might even be worse than some high school gyms. Or perhaps the biggest reason is Angel Reese herself. She called herself a star and promised to bring in top talent, but maybe other players don't see it the same way. Could it be that playing alongside her isn't as exciting as she made it sound? Right now, the truth is clear. Not a single WNBA All-Star has decided to join the Chicago Sky. It's starting to look like Reese's efforts to build a super team are falling flat. So, is this Chicago's way of politely saying no thanks to her recruitment pitch? Let's take a closer look at this wild free agency situation and figure out what's really going on. Is Angel Reese losing some of her shine? Let's find out. Are you ready? Let's go.
The whole city is obsessed with you.
I know. I love it
all
here.
the time.
It feels like Baltimore here. I love it here. It does.
Kind of. A little bit. Little DMV action.
Yeah.
But Chicago is a number 3 market in the country.
Really?
It's New York, LA, and then Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, y'all have everything. I'm not gonna lie, y'all have everything here. Like, it's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I gotta go to a different city for it. Like, everything has been here, which I love.
Do you remember when Angel Reese confidently announced that she was going to build a super team in Chicago? She made it sound like big-name players would be lining up to join her. But now that free agency has officially begun, things aren't going as planned. Instead of excitement and major signings, the Chicago Sky is getting nothing but silence. In fact, the sound of crickets might be louder than any buzz around the team now. Just imagine Angel Reese sitting there, phone in hand, determined to make things happen. She's scrolling through her contacts, searching for the right players to bring in. She's sending text after text, making call after call, hoping for a response. She's even jumping into Instagram DMs, trying to convince top free agents to come to Chicago, but here's the problem. Nobody's answering. No big names are signing. It's as if the entire WNBA is looking at her messages and choosing to leave them on read. The excitement Reese had when she first made her bold statement is starting to fade. What's really going on? Why isn't anyone taking the bait? Let's break it down.
Like Angel Reese and Camilla Cardoso, too, have brought relevance to this team that they've desperately needed in a time when, again, if not for them, they'd be completely irrelevant because of the product that they're putting on the floor.
And also make Chicago an attractive spot when you have Angel Reese and Camilla Cardoso right there, two bigs that really shined in their rookie season.
You'd think with all the big-name players available this offseason, at least one All-Star would have joined the Chicago Sky. But nope. As time passed, the silence got louder. No big signings, no exciting announcements. Just Angel Reese left with an empty roster and a lot of questions. The Sky are clearly rebuilding, but there's a big problem. They don't own their draft pick. If they run it back with this roster, they're probably missing the playoffs again. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso will improve, but without Kennedy Carter, the team will struggle to generate offense. Let's break it down. Some of the biggest free agents, Kelsey Plum, Jewel Lloyd, Brittany Griner, Alyssa Thomas, and Kelsey Mitchell, were all available. These are game-changing players who could turn a team around instantly. And how many even considered Chicago? 0. Some fans hoped Angel Reese had a surprise signing up her sleeve, but as free agency wraps up, one thing is clear. Not a single all-star picked the Sky. In fact, Chicago's attempts to attract talent didn't just fail, they backfired. To make things worse, the Sky didn't even offer Kennedy Carter, their leading scorer, a qualifying deal. It's like they're pushing talent away. The front office isn't helping either, with trade talks going nowhere. It seems like teams are avoiding Chicago completely. The GM praised Carter's talent, but said the team is making changes. Translation: she didn't fit in their plans. That raises questions about Angel Reese's role in all of this. Did she push out a coach? Is she driving players away? Meanwhile, other teams made major moves. Jewel Lloyd, a Chicago native, chose Las Vegas instead of her hometown team. Kelsey Plum is heading to the LA Sparks. Brittany Griner joined Atlanta, making them even stronger. Alyssa Thomas is taking her talents to Phoenix. These players prioritize stability, strong management, and a winning culture. Things Chicago is lacking. And then there's Kelsey Mitchell. Chicago needed a shooting guard, and rumors spread that she wanted out of Indiana. But instead of signing with the Sky, she took a supermax deal to stay with the Fever. Clearly, Indiana has a plan, while Chicago looks lost. Another issue: the Sky's facilities. While other teams have top-tier training centers, Chicago's setup is outdated. Their new facility won't be ready until 2026, and in pro sports, that's a long wait. The Sky also had a rough season, finishing with a 13-27 record. Even with Angel Reese, their so-called franchise star, they struggled. And inside the locker room, it's reportedly a mess. Players like Gabby Williams and Kennedy Carter didn't want to stay, and even the coach reportedly lost control of the team. Free agents are avoiding Chicago not just because of the team's instability, but possibly because of Angel Reese herself. Despite her confidence and social media presence, she hasn't proven she can be a leader or a true star in the WNBA. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever are thriving. They have Caitlin Clark, a strong roster, and a clear vision for the future. Reese, on the other hand, is left with an empty team and a lot to prove. This season is make or break for Angel Reese. With no all-stars coming to help, she'll have to show she can be the star she claims to be. Otherwise, the Sky will continue to struggle, and her WNBA career might not be as bright as she expected. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. See you next time.